Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with a C, back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on, welcome. I try to put out 1 or 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs, and if any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel, and if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today, you guys, I'm actually going to be doing a continuation of my bag collection set of videos. So yesterday, which was Saturday, I did film a video about my Chanel collection because I hadn't talked about my Chanel bags in quite a while. So just wanted to, kind of talk about those bags, where I stand with the brand and all the things. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you do watch it because I'm pretty certain that one will be posted before this one is. So this video is pertaining to my one-off bags. So we're going to be talking about bags from various brands, and maybe it'll surprise you as it relates to kind of how I've downsized and what bags I've added that I only have one of. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So guys, I'm going to start in the order of when they were purchased. So I want to give a little bit of a wear and tear, a little synopsis, a little story time. I'm going to try to make this quick. I do film these videos multiple times to try to cut down on the time. We'll see how I do with this one. So first bag I want to talk about is this bag right here. And it may not look like much, but this is my Fendi Peekaboo Extra Light. I purchased this in June of 2020. It is in the color brown is what it was listed as on the website. It has like a pink interior contrast color. And also there's another color that's contrasting with it as well. Like this pocket here is like a pistachio green, so to speak. The hardware is gold. The leather on this is calf skin. So those are pretty much the details of this bag. Now, I originally was looking at this bag late December of 2019. Well, not late December, but late 2019 in December, when I came here to Houston to look for apartments with my mother and best friend. So I was thinking about like what kind of work bag I wanted to have starting my new job here in Houston. And I was between, I think like a Chanel XXL was out at the time. And then I think I'd seen this bag or seen a variation of the Fendi Peekaboo. And so we went into both boutiques, and I think by far my mother and best friend were really impressed with Fendi. We met a really nice sales associate. He showed me the different bags, the different Peekaboos, and he was very patient, very attentive, and took his time and gave me his card. It was like, hey, when you move here, hit me up, let me know. And so, yeah, I saw this bag. He showed me a few different options as it related to straps. And yeah, pretty much we saw this bag. We went to the Chanel boutique. They didn't like the XXL. So yeah, they really felt like this was going to be a really good work bag. I was kind of looking for something too that was going to be a bit more understated. Starting a new job, so you don't necessarily want to go in with all the logos. So yeah, this bag kind of fit the bill for me. So this one I did purchase in June of 2020 from the boutique directly and from that same sales associate. And so I just want to show you guys some of the exterior features of the bag. So I do have quite a few like charms and twillies or wrappies and all the things, but let me kind of show you the exterior of the bag. So this is it right here. It's quite a large bag. I don't know the dimensions at this moment in time, but I think I've talked about it in videos. But yeah, it's very large bag. So, I wanted something that was going to be big enough to fit a laptop. As far as the exterior and the calf skin, there are a few scratches on the exterior. They're very small scratches, but since it is like a smooth calf skin, yeah, you're gonna see scratches on it. You probably aren't gonna be able to pick them up on camera. But yeah, that's the front. This is one of the sides here. And I just have my Lindy bag charm, my one and only Lindy bag charm. Have that on the, side here. So this is one of the sides here. It does have glazing, and the glazing still looks very perfect. And then here's the back. And I have this strap too that I purchased later on, and it is a Fendi strap. and it's a fabric one, and it does match the bag very well. But this, yeah, the bag doesn't come with a strap, so I purchased this strap after the fact a few months later. And I also purchased this wrappy right here as well. This was also purchased months later after getting the bag. But yeah, so there's some buttons on the back here. Now, as far as these buttons, there is some scratching on these buttons. And you're gonna get that. It's, you know, hardware, so you know, when you use it, it does get scratches. But yeah, this is the back. I don't think there's much wear on the back portion of the bag. And then this is, yeah, the other side here. So, and this is, yeah, the strap here. It is kind of rolled on top here and then like flat on the bottom. And it does have glazing as well. This is very comfortable on the shoulder, I will definitely say that. And I haven't had any issues with the strap. So if I didn't get the like supplemental strap, like I feel like this strap was still enough. Like it still feels really comfortable on the shoulder. It's just I did want another strap option, so that's why I purchased the supplemental strap with the bag. And then the bottom here does have 5 feet. And I think there is like a scratch on the bottom here as well. Yeah, like you can kind of see there's like a scratch across here on the bottom. But the feet all look good. And they're designed to protect the bottom of the bag. So, and then there's also like hardware on the side here. And yeah, like right here. And this hardware does say Fendi on it, very small writing. One of the like best features about this bag, I don't want to say best, but kind of one of the things I really did like about this version of the Peekaboo, with the smaller versions of the Fendi Peekaboo, it's called Peekaboo because like this portion here is supposed to kind of like almost smile or hang down a bit so you can see the peak of color on the inside or the design on the inside. So depending on what version of the Peekaboo you do get. But with the smaller ones, it's kind of hard to see that. You have to kind of like pull this portion down and like train the bag to do that. But whereas with this larger one, you don't have to do that because it just automatically hangs. And this version, if I didn't mention it, is the extra light in the size large. And extra light meaning that it does not have the metal piece in the middle. So it's just like an open tote. And so that makes the bag quite a bit lighter than the other Peekaboos because it doesn't have that metal piece. And then, yeah, you have a larger capacity as it relates to use of the bag, which is what I was wanting in a work bag. Now, this didn't quite work out for me as a work bag for a few different reasons. Number one, the world, you know, tried to end in 2020. And so when I started work, I pretty much started working from home. And I did come into the office like once every week or every 2 weeks at the time. So yeah, when I purchased this bag, I really didn't use it that much as a work bag because I wasn't going into the office. And even when I was going into the office, this bag really didn't work as a work bag because my work laptop is quite big. And so putting the laptop as well, in addition to my other paperwork in here, I felt like it was like maybe stretching out the bag. So I didn't like that. So I ended up using like a more, like a nylon bag to work that was more heavy duty and kind of designed to carry a laptop. So this didn't work for me as a work bag. I did use it for travel and it works very well as a travel bag to put on top of my suitcase. It fits quite a lot, and then because it has the feet on the bottom, you can, you know, again, kind of protect the bottom portion of the bag. So this is sat in the bottom of quite a few airplanes. Now, as it relates to the interior, the bag is all leather, if I didn't mention that. So the interior that's pink is leather as well. Now, as far as the wear on the interior, it's not too much. There is a pin mark on one side. Yeah, it's like on this side. Let's see if we can catch it in the camera. I think you guys may be able to see it right there. Yeah, that's a good view right there. It's like right down here is a pin mark. That happened sometime when I first got the bag. I do have, as it relates to the hardware, there are scratches because that's what happens to hardware. So like this portion on the inside here, there are like quite a few scratches. And then same on the exterior portion of this hardware, you'll be able to see that there are scratches here as well. Then you do have this piece here that has scratches. This is like the turn lock closure. And then there are scratches on the back portion on these buttons as well. I don't know if you'll pick that up. So, yeah, it's a great, like, stylish type of bag. But yeah, it didn't work as a work bag. For me, it works better as a travel bag, but I'm not traveling like every day. So this one definitely, as it relates to use, it's gotten a lot of use, but then again, it hasn't gotten a lot of use because now I work completely from home. So I no longer need like a work bag. But I was really attracted to this bag, again, because it is very understated. It doesn't have like a lot of logos on there, and that's something, you know, you might want to consider when you're starting a new job or any job. So yeah, it just has the Fendi here, very small. And then yeah, just on the hardware pieces, it has Fendi, but again, in very small and subtle writing. So unless you know Fendi, you wouldn't really know that this is a Fendi. So yeah. That's the first bag that I purchased. So moving on from there, yeah, I did have another Fendi bag, just to mention, but I did sell that one. That was the mini Montresor. So yeah, now I just own that Fendi. So that's my one and only Fendi bag that I own. And the second bag that I purchased in September of 2020 after much contemplation, because I hated this bag initially and then I grew to like love it. And so I did purchase this one right here, which is the Louis Vuitton monogram bum bag in the canvas. I did have another bum bag in the empreinte leather. That one was sold last year in 2023 in the black or noir color. So this is my very last Louis Vuitton bag that I have in my collection, is this one. I considered selling this one when I got back from London in September. Then I was like really sick when I got back from London and I had to go out and get food, get medications, and guess what bag I was reaching for? Wasn't the Rakuten, it was this one, just because it's very easy to use. I just was slinging it on either on the shoulder or even across the waist or crossbody, and I would just go pick up what I needed. So yeah, I decided not to sell it. I was gonna sell this bag after getting the Rakuten Lock 22 in the gold, just because I felt like I was gonna get more use of that bag as a brown bag than this one with the, you know, brown accents in the canvas. But I really like the style of this bag, so I still get a lot of use out of it. So yeah, again, initially I hated the bag, then I grew to love it. So I got this bag from a sales associate who worked out of the Austin Louis Vuitton. And so he was able to order this bag for me and have it shipped directly to me. At the time, I think the bag was like $1,600, something like that. So I got this bag before there was a price increase. So yeah, I think for me, this one definitely has been worth the cost. I didn't mention the Fendi bag as far as the cost. That one I think was like a little under 5,000. Just a lot of money, a lot of money. And I'll talk about that when I do the ranking. But yeah, this one was like a little under 1,700. I think it was like a little over 1,700 after taxes. I got this one before the price increase. So let me show you the exterior features of this one. So yeah, this is what the canvas on the exterior is looking like. This is what the vachette leather is looking like, guys. So it does have a nice patina. Again, I've had this bag for almost 4 years now. This is the D-ring at the bottom. That's what the vachette on this little bottom portion is looking like. So again, very nice patina. It's not even all the way through because 3 months after me owning this bag, I did get some oil on here. Like, well, I had a headscarf that was on my bed that had oil on it, and then the dye from that headscarf did get onto the strap, and I was able to get most of that off. with a magic eraser. However, the patina on the strap isn't even because I had to like really scrub to the core to get some of that black dye off. And so what that resulted in is there are areas that are lighter on the strap than others, like kind of like right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like right under here is quite a bit lighter. This is kind of one of the portions I had to scrub than like the actual strap here. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. So what I really love about this bag, what I have loved over the years about it, is that the hardware on here is very substantial in my opinion. The strap is wide, very comfortable. You have quite a few adjustments. I just think, yeah, it's a well-made bag in my opinion. It's very practical. I love the back pocket, very wide. My iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit back here, and my Kindle fits back here as well. So I can fit my iPad mini back here, but I can't close it, so it doesn't fit all the way down. So yeah, this is a very nice pocket if you're, you know, wanting things in a secured zippered compartment that are close to your body. So I really like that. I do love bags that have exterior pockets. As it relates to the interior, I know a lot of people don't like this like lip portion here because it is kind of difficult to zip and unzip the bag if you don't flip this up. I kind of like aesthetically the way the lip looks, and I don't mind flipping it up to unzip the bag. I just think stylistically it makes the bag look better personally, but that's just my opinion. So if I open the bag, I usually have an organizer. This is, I'm sorry, I just shook the camera, but yeah, this is the organizer right here, and I got this from Zimoni. So this what helps keep the interior clean. 9 times out of 10, I do use the organizer, but lately, yeah, since I got back from London, I have not been using the organizer in this bag, but I've still been careful. So the interior looks really good after all these years. If you can see, it just has this little leather piece on the interior here. And I don't know where this bag was made. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, the bag works. So I don't recall the made in. I think this bag was made in Spain, but I don't recall. That could be a lie. So I don't know. Now, I love this bag. Again, it's like my favorite Louis Vuitton bag. It's just very practical. It matches with my casual athleisure style these days since I do work from home. If I'm trying to go out and do something real quick, or if I'm just needing, you know, to carry the bag crossbody. So I love this bag. The biggest issue I'm having right now with this bag, which I don't know if anyone else has this issue. If you do, let me know. But there's an issue with the canvas, and I recognize the issue because it's the same issue I had with my one version of my Palm Springs Mini. Actually, probably the first Palm Springs Mini that I own, because I own like 3 different ones. Because yeah, like the other ones were deemed defective. So the first version of the Palm Springs Mini that I owned had an issue with the canvas where, like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but like I'm kind of scratching the canvas with my nail. Maybe I'm not, I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but what happens is, I don't know if you guys can see, I just scratch kind of like right here, and it's like a white mark. So it's almost like the canvas is like peeling a little bit. I also have a little bit of that like on the back here. I don't know, like right here. These areas. Now, if I get a wipe, I can wipe it and it will be fine. However, yeah, I recognize that as it related to like my Palm Springs Mini would do that. And yeah, I ended up having to get it replaced. And so I just kind of did it here as well. But the issue is that if I take this to Louis Vuitton, like, only thing they can really do is give me store credit because they no longer make this version of the bum bag. So, yeah, I've just kind of decided to live with it because there's nothing that can be done for the canvas except they can give me a store credit, and I don't want a credit. I want this bag. So, yeah, we all got flaws. So I'm going to live with the flaws on this bag because that's kind of where I'm at right now. I haven't decided, I've decided not to part ways with it at this point in time. So that's kind of where we're at. That's the only big issue I have with this bag, but otherwise it's pretty perfect for me. Yeah, I don't notice any other issues. It's a soft canvas, which is good because you have like some areas here that like, you know, have to bend. So the canvas being softer and not as thick and stiff is actually works in the bag's favor. Because you definitely can see like in these little areas as you continue to use the bag that you may end up having like some cracking in some of these spots. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this bag right now. So yes, the Louis Vuitton bum bag, the last Louis Vuitton bag in my collection. And then last but not least, as it relates to my one-off bags, is this one right here, which I've talked about in a few videos. Let me kind of get back a little bit. And this is the Goyard Artois MM bag in the color brown. This one was purchased last year, September of 2023 from London. And yeah, I impulsively decided to buy this. And I'm in the process of selling my Louis Vuitton Neverfull GM because I wasn't using that bag because I cannot stand the strap. It's just too short for me and it's very uncomfortable to put anything in that bag for me. But this one has longer straps, so it's perfect. And the size is perfect, especially as a day-to-day bag. And then what really drew me to this bag, I originally started seeing it when we went to Paris. A lot of people had this bag. And I was like, oh man, I didn't know Goyard made a tote that had a zipper. So yeah, that's what really attracted me to the bag, and it looks so much more structured than the St. Louis. Yeah, I don't really care for the St. Louis personally, but yeah, this bag I really like. It has like reinforced leather pieces on the corners here, which is a complaint I know a lot of people have with the St. Louis, is that over time, the corners do get holes in them. So some people say they have that issue, other people say that they don't, but I really do like with the Artois, it is more structured and it feels more substantial. So I really do like this bag for that reason. It does have like contrast white stitching on the straps here. So I really like the contrast in color, the brown and the black. And then it does have like silver hardware on the like zipper. Zipper's pretty smooth also. So that's what that looks like. So I just think this is a good bag for travel. It's gonna be way more secure than like an open tote. And then this is what the interior looks like. I do have a bag organizer. I think I got this one from Samorga and it's like a bright yellow. Let me take this one out. And so yeah, this organizer, yeah, it's got a lot of pockets, really like it. And I feel like with this bag, you do need an organizer because the interior is like this light cream color. So you really would want to be careful if you don't end up using an organizer because it is like a fabric or kind of like a canvas. So yeah. Right here, on this, it does have an interior pocket and this is what the pocket looks like. I do still have the tag here. And yeah, this is the interior of the bag. So this is like a floating pocket. I don't think I put anything in this pocket thus far. But yeah, this is a newer bag, so it doesn't really have much wear and tear. I haven't used it that often since getting back, though I do plan to use it more. And yeah, I think this bag is gonna be my new actual travel bag since it has the zipper, it's more secure, and it's really comfortable on the shoulder. So as it relates to a ranking of these bags, you guys, and these are again all of my one-off bags as far as the brands. So number one by far is going to be my Louis Vuitton bum bag. I absolutely love this bag. I've used it so much. I think it was exponentially worth the money. Absolutely. I've gotten all my money and more out of this, and I could still sell this even with the imperfections, and this one definitely will pull a profit. I was really surprised how much the Empreinte bum bag went for, because Empreinte usually doesn't sell for that much, you guys, as opposed to canvas. But since the bags are no longer made, yeah, that Empreinte bag was like so much more money, almost twice what I paid for it in the boutique getting it online, is what the Empreinte version of the bum bag sold for. So yeah, this one I could definitely get my money back from this one, I would expect. especially again, since this version is no longer sold in the boutique, but I'm just not ready to part ways with it. So I'm going to keep using it. I don't know when or if I will end up parting ways with it. Like I said, it's my last Louis Vuitton bag in my collection, but this one for me definitely ranks number one. And then number two, even though I haven't had it that long, I would definitely say is the Goyard the Goyard Artois MM tote in the color brown, which is kind of like a black and brown contrast. But yeah, the times I have used it, again, it's been very comfortable. It fits a lot. It doesn't feel heavy. And so I just think this is gonna be a great travel bag moving forward. Nice, unique design and pattern. And it matches with so many different things that I have in my collection. So yes, that is my number two. And then last is gonna be the first bag I talked about, which is my Fendi Peekaboo Extra Light, color brown, hardware gold. You know, leather's calfskin. So guys, I just think that this one, I purchased it at a time where I didn't know what was gonna happen. And so it seemed like a good idea, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a work bag. And then, yeah, like I didn't really go to work that much. It didn't really work out as a work bag because of my laptop. And now I work from home and I don't ever plan on going back to an office again if I can help it. So yeah, this bag didn't work as a work bag. And then as it relates to it being a travel bag, it did work out very well as a travel bag. But now I have my Goyard Artois, which I would prefer to travel with since it has a zipper. And so yeah, this one, I'm trying to use it more, especially since it's colder weather. I did use it in the past week, but this one I would definitely part ways with. And as a matter of fact, I do have it on sale on Vestiaire Collective. But if I can't get what I want as it relates to a price or a cost, because the resale value isn't that great on this bag, or I don't think on Fendi bags in general, unless like it's a special edition one. So if I can't get what I want, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to use it in my collection. It is, like I said, a nice travel bag. It's very understated. So this would be a great travel bag that is more understated than the Goyard, because the Goyard has the Goyardine print, which is very recognizable nowadays. And this one, unless you know Fendi, you don't necessarily know it's a peekaboo. It is no longer sold in the boutique, this extra light version. So yeah, you might just think it's a nice leather bag. It is kind of like plain as it relates to the leather, so it doesn't clash with a lot of things or really anything. So that was kind of the purpose of me getting this color as well. So I'm gonna try to figure out ways to use it more, because I don't think I'm gonna get what I want on the resale market for it. So that, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I think last I'm gonna do my Hermes collection, and mostly that video is gonna be a comparison between the two Piketons, so between my 18 and my 22. And yeah, I'll do the ranking on that one as well. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you share it with anyone else who likes this type of content. And before you leave, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in my very next video.